Alright, so in this one, we are going to be doing breakdown for both the new Legends Limited units, which I'm just saying for my own sake here. Wow! Should have been part 1. If this was part 1, I would have liked it more. FSK carrying the load, as well as a cool little duo there of Goku and Hit. Thank God there's no God Topo. No 1% is kind of crazy, but we'll go over it. I guess we could go over FSKs first, because I think people are a little bit more excited for him than Goku and Hit. And Gohan is a Gohan. That's a premium, and he's probably broken. So, for elements, Gohan is blue. Goku and Hit is red-purple. Again, we'll go over them after this. Gohan is a revival unit as well, which you will see Z-ability-wise. He is giving strike, attack, and defense 30% right there, as well as if Sun Family, base blast defense 18%. And if you're a hybrid, you get 10% damage guard. That's just a little throw in there for hybrid sake. Okay, got it. Strike has blast armor on it, 20% damage inflicted. They're also all melee types within Goku, Hit, as well as Gohan. Blast, annihilation damage plus 20%, so he's stacking damage very fast. 20%, 20%, 20% is a lot for 10 counts each. Blue card, on activation, special damage plus 50%. 3 counts, uncancelable, as well as nullify endurance on blue card again. He is a revival, so his main thing is a blue card, not an ultimate. Also, when special move arts is enhanced, which it's a pretty strong ability, you'll see here, you get vanish back 100% 2 times. You go neutral for 3 counts, overall neutral, as well as enemy key minus 100. I'm not sure. I guess you could miss the blue and then do another blue and they can't card you. Is that the premise there? Surely. With it being, I believe it's nullify. I thought it was nullify armor. I guess he has blast armor. I thought it was nullify armor in the reveal itself. Okay. Green card. Again, he has 2 different ones because of revival. First one here is innocent. It's drawing a card. Health back 10%, key plus 50, damage 20%, and covered all 5 counts. Very nice to get covered all on a green card. Some units do not do that recently. And then, when your green card's enhanced, you draw a blue card on the green card, right? Main ability, weird, but amazing, but weird. Destroy entire hand, then draw 1 of each. You draw a strike, blast, green, blue. It's good, it's just, the fuck? Key plus 70, damage plus 30% uncancelable, as well as remove all art seal, which can be kind of a tedious factor that exists in this game right now, so doing that is very nice. Starter ability, oh boy. 310% to damage, 230% damage guard, 70% to key recovery, draw speed plus 1, revive 70% when he does revive. Will be defeated if health reaches 0 due to enemy self-destruct. Just don't get exploded, that'd be great. Also, if at least one other ally battle member is Sunfam or hybrid, he gets 30% more damage inflicted and 50% more damage guard. I'm just going to let you know. Nameku, you know, the guy that's getting resurgence right now with this guy. You might want to invest in that stock. And Namek is out. I'm pretty sure Namek is still here, so if you don't have him, try. If he's not here still, well, you had your chance. All uncancelable. Unique ability, on enemy character confrontation, so either he enters or they swap, whatever, he draws a card if hand has 3 or fewer. Health plus 5%, key plus 30, defense neutral 3 counts, as well as enemy key minus 30. On strike and blast starts use, activations reset on switch. Draw a card, get covered on 5 counts, as well as all enemy health store minus 35% for 15 counts. A very pungent ability. Again, I always say, health store is one of those really, really amazing abilities that maybe you know about, but you don't really look for. But when you see it, you're like, oh my god, that's great. And anytime someone has that, they usually age pretty well because it's a very nice ability for aging's sake. On cover change, unique age plus 30%. Destroy 2 enemy cards. When enemy attack ends, all enemy arts cost plus 10. 5 counts, and prevents all enemy switching. So their combo ends. Boom, they can't switch out. They're locked in with you, whether it be Gohan or someone else. You could do a play where you end their combo, whether it be just from cards done. You go to your Nameku. You lock them in with your Namek because they're locked in. You do a play to make them vanish. They're locked in. They can't do anything. It's 50-50. You can make this work in your favor a lot, even with Ultra UI within his bullshit abilities, right? Which only got stronger from this, realistically. 1 on standby, enemy activates a special move, Ultimate Awakened, or Rising Rush. Subcounts minus 5. So we come back in and take that hit. Also, if at least one other remaining ally battle member is hybrid Saiyan, subcounts minus 5. So he can lower his own subcount by 10 if you have another hybrid with him that's alive, i.e., let's say a puddle. Because what we're getting is, which I should mention here, Evo Vegeta Plat, the purple one, not the yellow one, crazy, and Final Flash Vegeta Zenkai. So we're not getting hybrid buffs for this guy. Crazy, I know, really weird. You usually like glaze the fuck out of him. But no, not as of current. Maybe later, just not as a current. Special cover change is a comboable strike into blue. Unique gauge, attack type. When gauge becomes full, Draw one card if hand has 3 or fewer. Attack type, by the way, is like a USG type gauge. Just do your cards and you get your gauge, right? It's very simple. Key plus 50, enhance next green and / blue card there on his attack type gauge fulfillment. Cancel after downgrades on all conditions. While full, damage plus 50% uncancelable. Special moves cost -10 uncancelable with at least 1% when allies hit by enemies' arts. Oh, when the gauges has like even one. Okay, that's such weird phrasing. Okay, enemy health, or rather health plus 10%, damage guard plus 20%. Jesus Christ, his guard just goes up and up and up. 15 counts there. Ally subcount -2. Charges greatly each time a strike and blast arts is used. Consumed entirely with at least 1% when allies hit by an enemy's arts. Understandable there. Again, pretty easy gauge, right? Very simple. You're going to have that just happening over and over and over again. Again, everything stays the same here for the most part. Maybe get a little bit more stronger. There it is. So he has Nullify Armor in Revival State on his blue card. You can see he has the same effects, but now he has Nullify Armor instead of Blast Armor. So if you have Armor Break within SG, boom, go through them, boom, murder them, boom. You're Gohan. You do everything. What are you going to do? Green card changes from a normal, everyday, nice guy green card to an AoE green to Gohan. Again, what do you expect? Draw one card, health plus 10%, key plus 50, damage plus 5%, 15 counts there. Protect hand for 5 counts. Also, when green card is enhanced, you draw a blue card next, and this combos into a strike, blast, and or blue. As well as the main ability, obviously does change within his revival state. Destroy one card, draw a blue card next, key plus 80. Damage on next blue card is 100% plus, uncancelable. Remove special move Art Seal. Also, if there's 2 defeated enemy battle members, so they are last man standing. Not you, but they are last man standing. Damage guard penetration plus 80%. It's a cut pen 80%, 10 counts, as well as remove their vanish. So you just basically auto win if they have the last man standing and Gohan's around, which it's Gohan, he's going to be around, I promise. On Revival, you engage charge rate plus 20%, 25% rather. Allied damage plus 30%. Allied subcounts -10. Force enemies switch. Yeah, it's very good. Enemy Dragon Balls -1. Seal all enemy main abilities there. And then you can see more. Everything else does continue the same, basically same continuity, same premise as it was in the pre-revival state. Subcount thing, everything. Prevent switching, everything. He does gain a blast cover change instead of a strike cover change when he does revive. It combos into a blue. Again, the attack type gauge, everything else here stays the same. So, if you're thinking he looks broken, he looks broken. It's Gohan. I don't know what we're thinking. Of course it's broken. Of course it's broken. It's fucking Gohan. Well, let's go look at God Goku and Hit, because, that's the other character that no one's really going to summon for, probably, because this guy looks broken, and, he's more hype, so. Let's go look at it. All right, we have Goku and Hit here, as you can see. So they are red and purple. Goku being red, Hit being purple. There were some niceties in their kit. I mean, you can even look here. Let's see what they have. Straight Titan Defense 38% yet again to Universe Rope Sunflamer God Key. Okay, and if you are reps, you get Base Blast Attack 18% as well as 10% damage guard. So, Ultra UI, obviously. Evo getting his plat. Blue UI still exists, so there's some options there. Strike has Blast Armor on it. 20% damage inflicted again. Same thing as Gohan there. Blast does have on activation enemy damage C plus 10% for 10 counts. Blue card, Nullify. Endurance and activation, sure. Special damage plus 30%, Nullify Endurance 3 counts, both can be cancelled. When special move is enhanced, switch gauge plus 100%, as well as cut pen 100% on that card. For 3 counts there with Blast Armor on it yet again. As you can see already, there's some biases. One has Nullify Armor at their best. This unit has Blast Armor, so again, the Gohan bias is existing here. Green, draw a blue card next, health plus 10%, key plus 50. This is just a self-green typical thing, right? Wait, what? During next combo receive, damage card plus 20%. I mean, it's not bad. It's just like, okay, sure. I mean, all right, sure. Ally still counts -2. And then the green card is enhanced. You do get your ally health plus 15%. Damn, that's a lot of health to your team. Holy shit. Tag switch to Hit. Switch to purple. Draw up to 2 cards in hand is 3 or fewer. Health plus 10%. Key plus 40. Damage plus 30%. Uncancelable one time. Protect key for 3 counts there. And requirement, just tag switch. I mean, you've been using Super Goji the whole time. You know how this shit works, right? Starter ability, less damage and a little bit more guard, but Gohan gets more guard with more allies of a specific nature. 300% damage inflicted. Damage guard 235% there. Clear cover plus 50. Draw speed plus 1. Subcounts on switch -2. Not bad. Endurance. The hell? Okay, they did not show that in the reveal. They have endurance. Huh. Goku has endurance. Wow. What the hell? Okay, that doesn't change everything. That definitely helps. Okay. Think of it like this. Ultra UI, you run him with Goku hit, right? Obviously reps. Hopefully the stats are even. And you can make them blast based. But you run that, and Ultra UI gives your team cancel buff effects, so they wouldn't be victimized, even if he didn't have nullify endurance. Just as a hypothetical, if he did, you wouldn't be victimized by him because you have the, endurance there. Okay, well, sometimes you just get too carded, but still, you're a little safer now. That's all. Okay, it's not bad. UV4 ults, you live it because you have cancel buff effect with an Ultra UI. They have endurance. Okay, there's something there. All right. Definitely don't think this unit's bad. It's just Gohan's Gohan, right? On battlefield entry, draw one card, hand is 3 or fewer, key plus 30, switch gauge plus 40%. On strike and blast starts use, activation resets on switch / tag switch. Switch gauge plus 20%. You do get cover on all 5 counts, so you tag switch, cover on all 5 counts, you enter, cover on all 5 counts. Same thing again as SG, fusing SG rather, in pre. Also, when your gauge is full, one time, activation your counts reset on switch / tag switch, critical rate plus 40%, 15 counts there, non-stacking. And cancel attribute downgrades. When hit by enemy arts one time, activation reset on tag switch / switch again. Damage guard plus 20%, 15 counts, uncancelable. Okay, so they have technically more guard than Gohan, right? Totality-wise. If not like the full specifics for Gohan, which you probably won't run him with the hybrid right now, honestly. Enemy key minus 35, all enemy subcount plus 2. On vanishing step, key plus 50, switch gauge plus 60%, as well as enemy damage C plus 20% there for 10 counts. When on battlefield, enemy activates a blue, ultimate, awakened, or rising rush. Nullify damage seed element disadvantage to defense neutral, 3 counts. Subcounts minus 5. Cancel enemy buff effects, 3 counts there. And that's shared between both of them. So you are, even yourself. I mentioned the Ultra UI thing. Well, they deter it as well. So UV4 ults you. You even have Ultra UI with you. Well, you're still alive. You're vibing. Cancel enemy buff effects 3 times there on the big moves. So they will live it. That's what Endurance should have, by the way, Endurance units, so they can live these moves. Not like Evo and Blue UI, they can die to them. These units can't. Maybe Evo gets fixed within his plat, and he gets that. But this unit has it, so that's nice. Cover change, strike into a blue there. Switch ability type is a, switching one, obviously. Starts with 50% charge. When your gauge becomes full, draw a green card next. It resets on switch and share between Goku and hit. Damage plus 40%, 10 counts there, uncancelable. Dragon Balls plus 1, 2 times. That's shared between Goku and his as well. And enhance next green / blue card, as well as, just like Gohan does within his own gauge fulfillment. This as well, charges on tag switch, consumed by 50% on enhanced special move / green card use. Hit is again a purple, same Z ability clearly. Nothing gonna change. Blast Armor yet again, same thing. Actually, he gets damage inflicted buffs. Goku is doing the debuffs, so different on blast. Blue card. I think it's the same exact thing, actually. 100% same thing there. Green card. Draw blue card next. Health plus 10%. Keep plus 50. His green card enhanced is different, where it does all enemy health store minus 60% instead, which could be more valuable than even team healing at some points. Tag switch to Goku's. Get a element red at that point as you swap out. Draw up to 2 cards with hand is 3 or fewer. Health plus 10%. Keep plus 40. Damage plus 30. Again, same thing. It's just that you can have that proc within each side of themselves there. One time. On battlefield entry, draw 1 card, switch gauge 40%. Again, most of this just stays the same. Critical damage instead, so hits going for that route instead. Cancel enemy buff effects. Okay, something there. A little bit differentiating. Most of it's staying the same, though. Yeah, basically everything's staying the same here. Which isn't bad. Both have strike covers, really. That'd be 1/1. Okay, interesting. And then on gauge consumption, again, they both have the same thing. So hit is just more, I guess, geared toward hurting the opponent. I thought his green card... Hold on. Wait, did I miss his green card here? I thought it did something... Up subcount or something. Yeah, all enemy subcount plus 2. So there you go. A little bit more snipe potential within the assassin. Crazy enough, I know. Wild. But, okay. Yeah, obviously I read this, and I'm not underwhelmed by any means, but I'm clearly overwhelmed by Gohan. So for Gohan, video after this is going to be, best teams and equips for them. So, if you need to see that, and even wait for the showcases, I'll be doing them before Teen Stars, because PvP will be down. I'll be doing them in, the friendly matches. You could do that when PvP is down, so I'll be doing that. Get that done, and you can see who you want. Might be live tonight for Summon Stream, but all in all, Gohan's broken. Goku and Hit are not bad, obviously, but Gohan's broken. What do you expect? Let me know how you guys think of them. I'll see you guys in the next one.